Hello mummies and daddies, I hope you're all doing well. And today we're going to have a little bit of training with Principal Nav. So don't mind me if I look at my notes, but I think it's important to go through this. So from all of my videos and any of my newsletters, this is the one to listen to carefully, share with other parents in the school. It's important we get this message across. Please spend around 10 minutes on one side because it'll probably take that long. First, I would like to say in the words of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, we thank God for the experiences we have gone through, the challenges we have learned from, and the circumstances that have made us. And that is true. We've gone through some difficult times over the past few weeks, but it's created a sense of unity within our great country and this beautiful community. Our highest priority is always and has always been in terms of safety as a country and the security of our community, and that applies as well to GEMS Metropole School. And this particular message for yourself is about preparing so that you are aware as parents that whenever school opens again, inshallah, next week, that you are ready as mummies and daddies in terms of what you need to do. And I'm going to go through it very briefly with you. First of all, in the next 10-15 minutes or so, you'll have some understanding about what is happening in terms of reopening and what needs to be understood by the parents and the wider community. You will know about the roles and responsibilities of Principal Nav and my colleagues, the teaching staff in the school, and you as parents as well, and what students need to do. We will all understand what our roles will be when it comes to an emergency and how you respond, even if you're on site. What will you do as parents in school? And how we actually communicate, which is the fourth part of this particular session as parents and as a school. So the guiding principles are 5. We ensure that people are first, meaning students and staff are safe on site. We must ensure that we are indoors as much as possible, and I'll explain this a little bit more. So when it comes to people first, we always ensure that if we need to evacuate the premises, which I will share in a little while, we as in students and teachers and staff members, like we do with fire evacuation, we leave our belongings inside. We don't need to take them, or we just go ourselves and keep ourselves safe. Secondly, staying indoors, which means that most activities for the foreseeable until we have any further approval will be indoors. We'll be having no outdoor play, no breaks outside, no sports taking place outside, especially for the first week, and after which, when we have further guidelines, we will inform you about this as well. There will be dedicated safe zones across the school, and I'll explain a little bit more. The safe zones have been designed. If you go into a classroom, you will see on the ceiling an orange cloud. This is next to a concrete wall, which is the safest part, and away from glass, typically 2.5 meters away from the glass, which is the safe zone area, and students will be able to congregate there. They will be trained by their teachers, so nothing to worry about, just making you aware of that. If you find yourselves inside the school and you're in a corridor, above you there will be a blue cloud, and that particular cloud itself is next to a wall. That is the safest part of that corridor for you to be able to stand nice and calm next to until you hear the all clear from me on the PA system. And of course, we respond to all the official alerts. How will we know? You'll know because your phones have a message, and parents, you will have this. Students will not have their phones, but staff members will have theirs, so we will receive alerts, and on the PA system I will announce whether we need to shelter or whether we need to evacuate. Staff will be trained on this, students will be trained on this, parents, you just need to be made aware of this particular process. And then finally, the 5th guiding principle is dual delivery. Whenever we get the approval, and I'll explain this in a bit more detail, school will resume. We will be fully reopened 100% for almost all students. Those students and families that are traveling, maybe they're abroad and they're coming in here, there will be online work set for you that students can complete independently until a point where they can come back to school during the coming week from the point of reopening. We do not intend to extend this for further periods of time. It will just be for the first 1 or 2 weeks until you're able to get back into the country and back into school. So there will be a dual delivery method, but it will certainly not be hybrid, i.e. you will not have live teaching with the teacher in class and at home. No, that will not take place. Everyone will be in school. Those that are not in school will have some online workplace for them that they can complete independently, and there will be opportunities for them to be able to have access to their classroom teacher where appropriate and necessary itself. Okay, so there's a number of operational safe zone requirements that we are undertaking now, Friday, Saturday, ready for Sunday, and hopefully inshallah for Monday, Tuesday when we reopen. These include safe space requirements, which we have met, safe zone rules, which we are meeting. We're planning and mapping, and we're ensuring all the training takes place across our school. All staff members will be trained before the school reopens, and they will know exactly what they need to do. All the environment will be completed and all the guidelines and protocols will be met, which we plan to do over the weekend. And there are a number of steps that need to take place before the school opens. First of all, a detailed form is completed, which has already been done. Secondly, there were training that took place at the KHDA with the principals. I have already undertaken that training. Third, there's a signed declaration that needs to be done by myself after all the staff members are trained, which will be done by Saturday, let's just say. And then finally, the KHDA will be requested to come in for an inspection. We have made that request. They will confirm when they will come in. It may be Sunday, and depending on when we get the approval, we will either open either Monday or Tuesday. If we open on Monday, we will inform you by text message and by email. Please ensure you have access to that. You can make arrangements. If we open on Tuesday, we will inform you in the same particular way. If we open on Tuesday, Monday will be a distance learning day, as you are all used to, and the timetables, your routines will continue in that particular way. However, if it's on a Tuesday, then we will go full reopening in school, and then for those students who are at home, there will be work prepared for you, and you can do that work independently. If you have any queries, you can contact your lead teachers directly when it comes to that. We do look forward to all of us coming back, and there are two parameters in terms of responding to the alerts I want to very briefly touch on. There may be times where we need to shelter. These are times where there's a local incident that does not impact directly our school. In these particular cases, students will congregate inside their classrooms or corridors under the orange clouds, which is next to a wall that is the safest part to be, and the teachers will go through these drills in the first few days of schools reopening. If they are in corridors, they know they will be trained to be next to the walls where the blue clouds are, and the teachers will go through this drill with them too. The second part is, God forbid, we had to evacuate the school site because there's something, fire, smoke, gas leak, anything like this from within the school, and we have to leave the school boundary in the premises. In this particular case, our support staff, who are absolutely outstanding, will ensure the roads are clear and cordoned off, and we have the permission to be able to use the masjid on Honshaw Road, the large one, and we've spoken to the Imam, who was very supportive, and Jazakallah to him, and thank you to him for being able to allow us, and we will congregate in that particular part. Staff members will be trained, they will take a roll call, and then I will speak to the authorities and give the next steps in terms of what needs to happen, and then contact will be made. Throughout this whole process, every single classroom will have a go bag, which is a bag in which there will be a first aid kit, the registers, contact details, medical information, emergency contacts, and every single teacher will have access to this and in their custody as such, and they will be responsible for this. So when they go outside, we will have all the information we need to have to be able to do what we need to do. Even in the case of if we don't have any internet, we will be well prepared for that in that actual likelihood of that particular event. Okay, so now let's just talk about parents at home. Right, if you are arriving to school, so student, I'm giving a few scenarios. If student leaves home as usual and there's no alerts, then you leave as per normal with the parent or guardian. Remember, we will not have buses on any transportation, so We will come into school now. As a school, 22% of our students use buses. The rest actually come here walking or with their parents or a driver. So we are not as affected as some of the other schools. If you are a bus student, parents, please try to make those adjustments. I know other schools are more significantly affected than ours. So there's no alert in the morning. You will come to school as per usual. You're at home. There's an alert on your phone that comes. Do not leave home. Wait for the official all clear, maybe in 5 minutes time, and then set off and depart on the way. So that's normally the case. If you receive an alert whilst you are with your sons and daughters, park up somewhere, take shelter in a safe place. You are responsible for your sons and daughters, of course. It goes without saying, until you get the all clear, back on your phones, and then come towards the school. Now, at the point of drop-off, you're dropping your children off in your cars, and please ensure we do this as promptly as possible. It's really important. Park safely, responsibly. We will have a lot more cars, so please be patient. If it normally takes you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to drop off, allow yourself 15 minutes so you are psychologically ready for a drop off. You will park up. Your sons and daughters, if they're able to, they'll walk to school. If they are younger, you will park your car and you will actually come into school with them. Quickly drop them off in school. There's no alerts. You drop them off, you go back to your car, you leave. Whilst you're walking towards the school and you are with them, for example, and there is a alert, or whilst you're about to drop them off, they're jumping out of your car and you receive an alert, please park your car safely and walk with them into school, and you will go into the building, into the corridors, under that, yes, blue cloud wall, and you will take shelter with them. Nice and calm, nice and safe, no alarm caused. And when you receive the alert on your phone that is safe, you will take them to the class, or they will go to the class independently if they are old enough to do so, and you will go back to your car and you will leave. And we will support in that particular way. Okay. When you are in school and you drop them off, same things apply. You don't rush to your car. You be responsible. You go into your school, even if your son or daughter is in the classroom, and let's just say you're walking and you hear the alert, your son is in the care of the teacher now, the lead teacher, you still need to take shelter. You take shelter in those corridors, in the indoor places, that you will not miss the blue clouds in the corridors. If there's a classroom and it's safe to do so, and it's empty and a staff member directs you there, please follow the instructions of the staff member. You will shelter there. And when the all clear comes on your phones, our principal now says it on the PA system, you can then leave the school premises. Similar situation at dismissal time. You're picking up your sons and daughters, they walk to you, they're in the car, you leave, you will then take responsibility. If an alarm comes, take shelter where it's safe to do so. That's fine. If you are in school boundaries, you've got your son and daughter's hand held and you're walking out and the alert comes, please, it depends, you've got to gauge now. Try to come back into the school building. Remember, within 1 minute away, wherever you can walk, come into the building, take shelter into our corridors, and when it's safe to do so, you can leave. If you are closer to your car, you can, and you're outside of the school boundaries, you can go to your car and then take shelter in the nearest building, which of course in this situation will be the school as well. So as an adult, you have to make that particular call in itself. Okay, always ensure you proceed to the safest place, be it the school or another building when you're with your sons and daughters. Please do not leave them alone, and please do not panic yourselves and cause any further distress and alarm to yourselves or your sons and daughters. Calm, collected is the way when it comes to the particular approach. Now, in terms of evacuation has to be, and the first 3 minutes are so important. We have to have direct responses, simple instructions. So if we are evacuating and you are asked to evacuate if you're in school, please follow the instructions of the team in school. They're just trying to keep you safe, and the sons and daughters as well. But in this particular situation, we will not stop to give you a long explanation and justifications. You will have direct instructions, almost commands that are certainly clear. Please respect that firm direction we have, and we will ensure that all belongings of students are left behind. We will walk towards the masjid, the mosque on Honshaw Road. The support staff will ensure cars, and they have the training for traffic marshalling, are basically stopped, and all students will walk towards that particular space, and the lead teachers, they will align themselves in lead classes. We will have our walkie-talkies which work. They don't work on internet, they work on radio waves, they're fine. We will go outside, we will go into the masjid, we will stay there nice and calm, we will do a roll call, we will understand what the alarm is that we had to evacuate. I will speak to the authorities, I will speak to the MSO, we will make a decision in terms of what needs to happen next, and then we have the emergency contacts of yourself if we need to contact you, and we will wait for them, for yourselves if you need to pick them up as long as required, so that every single son and daughter is safe when it comes to evacuation. If there was a false alarm, for example, or something like this that we find out later, and if this building is safe to go back into, I will make that call. Students will be chaperoned back into the school, into the classroom to be calm. We will inform you by email and SMS of what happened, and then we will ensure the class and the school day continues as per normal routines if that is what is required. So this is a bit of information that you need to understand when it comes to the school in itself. I've explained to you a little bit about the process that we've gone through. Ultimately, the principal is responsible for making sure all staff are trained and we have processes in place. There's a school in terms of protocols. These have been approved, will be approved by the KHDA, and these are the safest matters. We've spoken to all the third parties, such as neighbouring buildings that are kindly allowing us to take refuge in there, and that is all arranged as well. So please, from your side, share this video, understand it, contact your lead teacher who will be able to support you to answer any further questions, because they will have in detail training, and we look forward to opening the school, I would just say for now, early next week, subject to KHD approval. Keep safe, all the best, #community.